Okay, and welcome to the Wix tutorial for the Center for Student Engagement and Activities. My name is Julia McMillan. Thank you for joining me. And as you know, clubs and student organizations are required to create a website to be part of National University's official clubs and organizations, which is really exciting. So you can use any platform that you want, and we really encourage you. So I'll open up a tab here. If I can get this out of my way. If we go to the Center for Student Engagement and Activities. So I really encourage you, for example, the Student Nursing Association in San Diego, great club. And you can see they did not use Wix for this. I believe they used Weebly. I think they have a pro account, so it doesn't say what they used. So you are absolutely not required to use Wix. Yeah, that's the Weebly logo, so they use Weebly. You are absolutely not required to use Wix. It's called Weebly, just to show you. Yep, Weebly, so you're welcome to go to Weebly. I am not familiar with that personally. I am just doing a tutorial on Wix because it's the one I know, and it is free, and it's pretty easy. So, so you can use Wix, you can use anything else. When you use Wix, you have a choice. You can use ADI, which I don't know what it stands for, but it's the quick and easy kind of drag and drop template version. You can also use the editor. So the editor is great. It gives you a lot more flexibility and also can really improve accessibility. There are some accessibility related features that you can use in the editor that are not necessarily something you can play with in the ADI. So I absolutely encourage everybody to learn how to use the editor, but if you are just a new person looking to get started as quickly and easily as possible, I think that the ADI is going to get best for you. So this is what you'd see if you did not have a Wix account. You could see you could sign in if you had an account, but you're going to get started. Now, if you're new to Wix, you're going to sign up and you're going to just put in an email and a password and sign up. Probably you'll get an email that you've got to confirm. I already have an account, so I'm going to click login. This is the email and the password that I put in with. And you can see here is my dashboard. I've already got a website here, so if you did not have a website, you would not see this, but you would see basically the same dashboard. And then to create a new website, create a new site. All right, and what Wix, the ADI is going to do is it's going to take you through some simple questions to try to figure out what they want to use as a template for you. So you have the choice between ADI, which is the simpler, more formulaic one, or the editor. So again, editor is great, just a bit more work. I'm going to do the ADI to make things as quick and easy as possible. So I'm going to say this is school website, school club. Let's see. Club. Let's see what they have for clubs. Now, one thing that is a little bit frustrating about this is sometimes it really wants to put you into a box. It wants to figure out exactly what you are. I'm going to say chess fan club just because it's similar to the kind of club I'm going to do. So if you can't find exactly what you are, don't worry about it too hard. Just pick something that's similar. Ooh, magic? Sure. Magician? Oh my goodness. So don't worry too much about finding exactly what you are. This is just going to help them to try to figure out what kind of format and style you likely want. So this is not going to peg you into any hole that you don't want. So they're talking about features. We're not going to be selling online. We're not going to be booking. We're not going to be getting subscribers. They want to be able to create a blog. You can change all this later, so don't worry about it too much. And I'm going to call it Sci-Fi Fans at National University. So whatever name has been formally decided on for your student club, you don't need to have an address. You can skip this. I'm going to put down San Diego. Now this is saying to allow it to search online, and what it's going to try to do is search the internet and see what information already exists. Now, since this is a club I just made up, this is not a necessary step, so I'm just going to skip it. But if you did that, okay, so you can see this is the name of my club, and I'm going to add a logo here. I want to make sure it's all files, and this is the picture I saved. So I want to use this as my logo for my club. I can always change that. I can replace it or delete it. And I can also add social networks here. So for example, if I want to add my Twitter, I can add that here. I could add Facebook, I could add LinkedIn, whatever is part of your club. Okay, So picking a style, you can easily change this later, so don't worry about it. None of these are really grabbing me, honestly. They're a little boring, honestly. Usually I get more interesting ones. So I don't like any of these, frankly, but in the interest of time, yeah, where's the colors, huh? Interesting. I'm just gonna pick elegant. Ooh, do I want to create a color palette from your logo? Yes, I do. There's some nice colors in there. Ooh, interesting tones. Okay, what is this gonna do? That's to change it. Okay, so you can easily change these later. So, okay, so it's already created a palette of colors that is drawn directly from my logo. Really helpful, so I don't have to run around trying to use all sorts of advanced features to match my logo colors. Okay, so now all they're doing is they're building my website based on the information I've given them. So again, all of this you can change. This is just it trying things. And, you know, like, for example, I wasn't happy with the different styles they offered me. And again, that's interesting. I've never gotten such a kind of boring selection. So you can always just go back and try something new. Okay, so, ooh, so these are your favorite designs. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to go with this one. Sure. Okay, so you can see there's a tutorial here that will help you do all sorts of things. And so, for example, if I were to hit publish right now, let's do that. So I'm going to call it sci-fi at NU. Now, what's interesting is this is already set because I've already created another website. Interesting. So usually it's a little more customizable. It's only because I already have this website that it's not. I wonder, can I do a dot? Oh, no, just let. Okay, now, if you go to your own customized domain, that costs money. So again, normally you're able to change this stuff. The prided NU part, I think this is simply because I have a previous website with them that I don't want to change. So whatever is grayed out, you can't change without paying more, but you can change here. So publish and continue. Okay, wow. So when you've hit publish, this means this is a live website. I could search for this website. I could send this to somebody in an email and they could visit it and they would get this. So this is a website. This is live on the internet right now, believe it or not. Simple as that. And you can see it's linked. I set up my Twitter. It was connected. And there it goes. It pulls up my Twitter account. Wow. So done. So now I'd like to edit it. Now I wonder, can I take it down? Probably I cannot. I can unpublish it, and I will do that later. I'm not going to leave this random website up on the internet. So what is great about the Wix tutorial, the Wix thing, is you can change anything by just clicking on it. So the way it starts is that there's only two pages. There's the home page, so you can see pages home. And they've also created a blog page for us because I said I wanted to be able to have a blog. Blog. There we go. So here's my blog page. Let's suppose I decide I don't want that blog page anymore. I can hide it. That just means nobody can see it. Or I can delete it. And if I delete it, they say, are you sure you want to delete it? So as a general rule, just hide things. Don't delete them. Because it's as good as... Okay, got it. Thank you. So for example, let's say now I'm going to publish it. So I just hid my blog. Oh, I can see that. Okay. So the blog is hidden. What happened was, because the blog is hidden now, there's now only one page on the website. So it's automatically taking all of the sections and making them, showing them up at the top. Okay. So you can see each of these sections you can edit. I can click on this and I could say, I want to add some exclamation points. There they are. I can change this or remove it. I can say, for lovers of sci-fi. Now you can notice, right, like I chose this template for magicians, and I'm now realizing that this is all like heavily magic themed, not what I want. So maybe I would start over and I would try something else. But I can also just change all the pictures. I can replace this, for example. And free from Wix. Let's see if I search sci-fi, what comes up. Ooh, robot, yes please. Boom, I like that much better. This very handsome robot. I can edit the contact form. You can see since I did put in a location, I've got this map. Now let's decide maybe I don't want that anymore. Hide it. Boom, it's not part of my website anymore. Maybe I don't want this section. Just click on it, 3 dots to the right, and maybe I want to delete it. Maybe I want to move it. Maybe I want to duplicate it. Interesting. I'm going to delete it. There, it's not part of my website anymore. What do we got here? This section is a news and update section. Now, that's a useful thing. Maybe I'm going to put actions like meetings or events. So let's suppose I don't want it on my main page. Maybe I want that to be its own page. Move it. And I'm going to make a new page out of that. So now I've got my home page, who we are, and then I've got my blank page where I moved. Interesting. Take me to my home page, please. So you can see home page. I thought that got moved. Blank page. I thought I moved to this guy. Let's move this. Maybe I clicked on the wrong thing. New page. Blank page. Okay. So, oh, okay, so these all got moved. So let's rename this page. The page I'm on, blank page. I will call it blank page. I will rename it who we are. Enter. And now you can see it's who we are. And then here, I want to move this to a new page. All right, so you can say home, who we are, and this is still a blank page. So I will call this, I will click on that, and I will rename it News and Events. Awesome. So as I said, I really do not like these images at all. So let's edit that image, huh? Let's replace it. So again, I got free from Wix. I searched for sci-fi. It's a really cool image. I'm going to use that. And this, I have nothing against bunnies, but I'm going to replace this bunny picture as well. Replace. And sci-fi. Let's take that other image. Stormtrooper. Sure. Okay. So home. Sometimes it's a little tricky to know what to click on, so I like to go up into the corner. There we go, home. All right, for lovers of sci-fi, from all degree programs. And you see that this is not toggled, so click to show. So I hovered over it, click to show. And what's great is they give you, they will auto-populate everything. As you saw, they put in images, they put in text, and all you do is hover over it and click on that little edit thing to change it. So they give you some very bland verbiage. Welcome to Sci-Fi at NU. We are a student organization dedicated to the love of science fiction. So ideally you'd have more. Hopefully maybe you would have your mission. You could make a really silly joke about missions and space, but I won't do it. So your mission here. Maybe you want to say goals. What goals does your club have? You could add that here. And again, at any point, you can create a new page. So you can add a page. So if I do that, A new page is going to come up here. And what can be a little confusing is they want to suggest what it is. So some of them are, so they do offer you a blank page. That's good. Sometimes they force you to do different kinds of things. But let's do something. We're not going to sell merchandise. Let's do something like fan gallery. Perfect. Let's say I want to do a fan gallery page. So how do I do that? Oh, so now I clicked fan gallery and it's giving me all the different options. So maybe I could use this for people could share really cool sci-fi images that they like. And these are all the different styles that they're offering you. Wow. So many styles. I'll pick this one, I guess. Okay. Okay, so I'm not going to get into this because I don't want to get too deep into it. But you can see I now have a fan gallery on my page, and all of these I can replace and I can edit. So I can, okay, so I've got all sorts of amazing options here. Manage media. So here's where I would upload the photos that I wanted to put in my gallery. So if I wanted to get rid of all these pictures, because they're fake placeholder pictures, that's fine. And then I could add media. So you know, ideally I would have, I would upload, maybe I've got a whole folder of sci-fi images on my computer that I would upload here, but I'm not going to do that right now. So you can see there's only 3 pictures here now because I deleted a bunch of things. And I could rename this fan gallery. Yeah, call it sci-fi images we love. And voila, it has been renamed. I can rename this gallery. I can do whatever I want here. And again, I can hit preview. This is going to show me what this would look like as a website. So here's what my home page is going to look like. This is who we are. So you can see they've got this bland placeholder text that I haven't changed, news and events. I've got these amazing images here. So I would update all this text. Sci-fi images we love. I just created that, obviously. Now what's cool here is what we're looking up now is a desktop preview. If I click mobile preview, this is going to show you how it's going to look on a phone. So if you have, you know, naturally a lot of people are going to be using their phones. So maybe you want to think about optimizing your website to make sure it looks good on both. So when I preview, I always test both images, both visions. Make sure I don't have a huge block of text that looks funny. Okay, so this is all fine. So I X my way out here. And let's suppose that I'm happy with my site. I like the changes that I made. So it's automatically saving all the time. And I hit publish. Okay, so view site. So this is now the updated version of what is available on the internet. So again, if I gave somebody my, this address, they would see exactly this website that I'm looking at right now. Okay, done. Thank you. Other key things to know, let me just think here. Okay, so you've got your pages, your blog. Oh yes, very important. So every National University Club website needs to have either a section or its own page on program learning outcomes. Now this can be a little intimidating, but definitely does not have to be. We're here to help you with this. So you've got your handbook. And it is loading. And then on the 4th page, so you see here's the handbook, program learning outcomes, page 4. They've got all the CC, Center for Student Engagement Activity, program learning outcomes. So your student organization is going to choose 4. There are 6. You're just going to choose 4. And then you're going to demonstrate those. Now this, if you are an instructor already, somebody who's in admin, this might be really intuitive for you. If this is new to you, could be a little daunting. So don't hesitate to reach out to clubs at NU or to your staff advisor, and we can help you figure this out. A lot of it is really intuitive, and these are naturally learning outcomes that are going to happen with your club. For example, I'm going to pull up the Pride at NU. Oh, and I just cleared my cookies. Pride National, there we go. Oh, now it's doing this whole thing. I cleared my cookie, so normally it comes up. Okay, phew. Normally I get lazy about the website name. So this is the website for Pride at National University, our founding LGBTQ student organization, for which I am the staff advisor. So I've got, you see, I have subpages here. So you can do subpages, which I set up program learning outcomes. So here, again, it's a lot of text. We're here to help you with this. Here we have designated these 4 learning outcomes that we're going to accomplish. And we've said, how are we going to do these 4? So these are really intuitive things. Like, for example, one of the learning outcomes is create and utilize professional website and social media platforms. Well, friend, if you're making this website, you're already meeting PLO3. So right here, I'm saying, hey, we've got a website. You're reading it. I tweet, I use NU everywhere. We also use, I need to update this, we use Pride at NU as a hashtag. So right there, just by creating your website, you're fulfilling one of those PLOs. So somewhere in your website, what this does not have yet, because I am in the middle of doing it, this is new, is I don't have the artifacts themselves up here on the website. So this has got the PLOs, but it doesn't have the evidence for them yet. So what you would have is you would have the PLOs and also the supporting documentation. And that would be, now where's our nice tab? We got all this stuff. So you would have to add, you could have a section on a page, you could have a page, who we are, for example, you could create subpage, oh, so that's making it a subpage. So let's make it a main page again. So maybe we add a page, and we're gonna call this, I'll just make it a blank page. Yep, thank you for validating me. Here we go. Blank page, I'm gonna rename it Program Learning Outcomes. And I'm gonna make this a subpage. You can leave it as a main page. You can see it's popping up as a main page. Since most people are not gonna need to access this all the time, I'm gonna make it a subpage of who we are. So I'm just gonna make it a subpage and then drag it into who we are. And now, you see it doesn't come up on the main pages, but if I go to who we are, it will be a subpage. Sometimes it's a little funny. Who we are. Probably it's because I can't click on it. Yeah, so for example, if I preview this site, let's see how that works. So again, this is showing me what it would look like. I haven't made this live. Who we are, so if I go to home, there's my home page, who we are, and I hover over it, there's my subpage. So if I go to who we are, that's just who we are. But then I click on program learning outcomes. All right, so that's still blank because we haven't updated it, but that's where you would put them. And then I would publish this. Okay, view site. Okay, home, who we are. I've got my program learning outcomes there. Boom. Need to add those. News and events, sci-fi images we love, link to my social media, hashtag NU everywhere. And it is as simple as that. So I'm gonna, yikes, clicking on everything here. All right, I'm gonna close that. And you can see this site was designed with Wix. This is because it's free. Because it's free, it's gonna have this wix.com address. Again, yours will not say Pride at NU. That's just because I have another website already with this account, proudly created with Wix. If you pay, you can get a premium URL. You can get, you can get these ads removed, but there were no other ads. So it's not like you're going to get any gross pop-ups or anything like that. So if you're concerned about other products being marketed or something, don't worry about that. That's not going to happen. Interesting. This has a chat bot. This is a feature that was selected with the one I was given. So that's interesting. So we can disable this. Again, depending on the way you start your website, they're going to suggest all sorts of different things. This is, if you clicked on a different type of club or a different type of organization, you would get a lot of different suggestions. So you don't have to keep any of these things. And if you get intimidated, you can always just start over, frankly. Okay, so done. So now I've got this website. I could hit publish. I am going to go, now how do I get out of this? My dashboard. Okay, so say my dashboard. So dashboard, this is my kind of home base. My sites. So site action. So if I go to my sites, you'll see I've got Pride and NU. I've got sci-fi fans. They're always trying to get you to upgrade, which is fine. So I'm going to go to this. Now, you can play with settings. You can do all sorts of things. Site actions. Delete site. So this is what I just want to demonstrate this because I can imagine maybe you're messing around a little bit. You know, obviously there is no sci-fi fans at Nation. Interesting. Oh, it's National University. There is no sci-fi fans at NU. I wouldn't want someone to get really excited thinking that there was such a site. So maybe I'll delete site now. What I wonder is, can I just take it down? Okay, so maybe I could change that. Site is unpublish. Okay, so that's good. So now what happened is I didn't delete the site, but it's not online. So if I try to go back here again, it's not a website. So by clicking unpublish, I've taken it off the internet. So it's still there. I can still work on it, but I unpublished it. Now you can also, I'm just going to delete it. Like, you sure? So don't delete it unless you really have to, you know, unpublish it, because otherwise your work is going to get lost. So I delete it. And now I've only got my one website, which I need to update. So that is that. Again, I know this can be a bit intimidating, but we are here to help you, and we are here to help you understand how you can translate all of this wonderful work you're doing into demonstrating competencies, into learning, into boosting that resume. And you just go to clubs@nu.edu. You email us there. I just typed in the email address, you have it anytime, and we will help you out. So I hope this tutorial was helpful. There is a wealth of other much more professional stuff available through Wix in terms of tutorials. So if you go to help, they've got a beautiful array of wonderful tutorials that are very helpful, but I was hoping that this was going to address some of your needs specific to, you know, being at National University. So there's lots and lots of support out there, but hopefully this will help you get started. So please email us with any questions, and looking forward to working with you. Good luck.